everyone. Today we are going to do chapter 7 of unit 3, that is the nervous system and its interactions with the other systems of the human body, and the course name is Systems of the Human Body and Their Functions. So let's get started. Now if you can recall, our nervous system, it's made up of central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. When it comes to central nervous system, the organs of the central nervous system, it's the brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system is made up of ganglion and nerves, right? Now, so the nervous system is a complex collection of nerves and specialized cells known as neurons that transmit signals between different parts of the body, right? It is essential the body, it's essentially the body's electrical wiring, you can say, right? Structurally, the nervous system has two components structure wise, okay? The central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. So see, I told you earlier that central nervous system is made up of brain, spinal cord and nerves, and peripheral nervous system consists of sensory neurons, ganglia. Ganglia is the cluster of neurons and nerves that connect to one another and to the central nervous system. See, let me explain it to you how it works. I have already taught you the concept of receptors, effectors, sensory neurons and motor neurons in our earlier sessions, and also the reflex arc. So let me recall it again here, that see, our sense organs, they detect the changes in the environment, right? Like that is a stimuli, right? So different sense organs have receptors for different things. Like for eyes has got receptors for seeing, that is rods and cones. So once there's a change, there's something, okay, like your skin, it has got receptors for pain, touch, pressure. Suppose you have touched something hot, okay, and then what is going to happen? Your receptors will sense it out, and the message would be sent to the brain, okay, via sensory neuron, and then message will coordinate with the effector. Effector is the muscle that is involved in that action, okay, via motor neuron, and then quickly you are going to remove your hands. But yeah, in case of reflex arc, rather than sending message to the brain, the message is being sent to the spinal cord. So as you can see, without coordinating with the brain, none of the body systems can work, okay. And the brain, this thing, in case of reflex arc, brain is too far, so the message has to be sent to the spinal cord, right? And see, brain won't receive any message if these nerves are not there, like sensory neurons or motor neurons. So those are the parts of peripheral nervous system. So and let me give you another example, like how do we see? Retina has got rods and cones, okay, receptors for light, okay. You already know that retina is activated during dim light, right? And cones, they are activated during bright light, and cones are also for like colors, and rods are for black and white color, okay. So during the day, cones are activated. So see how we are able to see, and what role is being played by nervous system in that. That's the question. Suppose I have seen an animal, something like cat, okay. So once I see, the message is sent via retina, okay, from retina, sorry, via optic nerve to the brain, okay. And brain is again going to coordinate with the eye, and then only we'll get to know that, okay, this is a cat, okay. So this is how our body won't be able to work unless and until it's coordinating with the brain, okay. So, and even homeostasis, when it comes to homeostasis, it is maintained because of coordination with the brain, okay. And if homeostasis is not maintained in the body, then in that case we won't be able to survive, okay. So our normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. All the enzymes in the body work at this temperature, and if the temperature goes too high, it gets too high or too low, it won't be in our well-being. So body has got its own mechanism. Like for example, as you can see here, if the body temperature, it drops below normal, in that case nervous system signals dermal blood vessels to constrict and sweat glands to remain active, okay. Body heat is conserved, okay. And this is how, see, what happens during summers. Our hypothalamus is going to sense it out, right, that it's quite hot, the temperature has risen up, okay. So it is going to send message to the sweat glands to produce more sweat, okay, so that it can give us the cooling sensation. And during winters, the hypothalamus of the brain, okay, it is going to sense it out that it's too cold, we need to conserve heat, so it is quickly going to send message to the body and the skin starts, like we start shivering. Okay, so that's the homeostasis. So homeostasis is never possible without the coordination with the brain. Okay, and hypothalamus, which is the thermostat of the body, it senses out everything first. If there, so for example, if blood sugar level is too high, okay, then in that case, what is going to happen? Our hypothalamus will sense it out, and it will send message to the pancreas to secrete insulin. Okay, and it will be the excessive glucose will be stored in the liver, and this is going to bring down the blood sugar level, right? And if the blood sugar level is too like low, that is also fatal for us. In that case, what is going to happen? Hypothalamus will sense it out, and then it is going to send message to the pancreas to secrete glucogen, right? And glucogen, what is it going to do? It is going to send message to the liver to convert the stored sugar into glucose and release it into the blood. This is going to bring the level of sugar up in the blood. So see, homeostasis can never be maintained. Okay, whether it's in terms of having adequate water in the body, appropriate sugar in the body, whether it's in temperature control, unless there is a coordination between the body parts and the brain. So ultimately, you can say that our nervous system controls all other organ systems of the body, and it is the mastermind of the body. Now let's go to the next slide. So see, our nervous system has got two parts, that is CNS, central nervous system, and peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system is made up of neurons. So neurons are also very important, whether it's sensory or motor neuron. Without that, there can't be any, the cycle won't be completed, right? Okay. Now, when it comes to peripheral nervous system, it's of two types. Somatic nervous system controls voluntary muscles and transmits sensory information to the central nervous system. And when it comes to the autonomic nervous system, it controls involuntary body functions. Okay, and autonomic nervous system is again of two types: sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system arouses the body to spend more energy, and parasympathetic nervous system, it just tries to conserve energy. Now let's move to the next slide. If you can see, when the body is at rest, okay, heart beats more slowly. That is under the control of parasympathetic nervous system. And during emergency situation, your heart beats faster and stronger, so that you can take in more oxygen, and more cellular respiration can take place, and more energy can be yielded, right? And even in case of like emergency situation, sympathetic nervous system gets activated and inhibits digestion. Okay, and when it comes to body at rest, it stimulates digestion. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much.